got your thing on? Oh, you do?
What?
I didn't see you put it on.
Oh, my microphone, I'm on. My microphone's on, my hair's okay. We're here. Yours?
I don't know. It's
We're
okay.
still a bit wonky.
Yeah, it's the... I don't think you're going to... It just made it worse.
It keeps pinging back, doesn't it? What's up with it?
It's the top bit.
Oh, I've tried that. Oh, here we go. People are coming on now.
Yay.
You see us. My freeze frame will be good if I pull faces. Hi, Sall. Wave to Sally. We're just trying to get set up as per usual, but we like to give you all a bit of time to arrive.
Got 3 there. Hi, Ruth.
I can't see anything. I'm going to have to put the glasses
I know, I just realised I just saw my face as I was concentrating.
Oh. I can't see anything out of these either. How are we all doing today, ladies? Tell us how you are. It's Thursday.
I think we need to remind people of that. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, everybody. Thursday. This is your bank holiday week reminder of what day it is. We're getting excited because next week...
Already.
Coaching and accountability.
Hi, Carolyn.
Are you all ready?
Marvellous. Sally is marvellous.
Sally, I thought you were saying nervous then.
No.
Like, nervous about coaching and accountability? I hope not.
No, she's feeling marvellous about it.
Marvellous. Okay. Sorry, I just forgot something. Did you...
Did I do anything? What?
We need a phone that's got the app on.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm filming on mine. We're really well organised for this.
Oh, wait. Is it to look at the expected bit?
Yes.
Mine's the worst one.
Are yours
then.
up to date?
Mine won't change. It's still at X.
Oh, we should have used that. We might have to switch phones, ladies. Mine's all set up, ready. I forgot I'd be actually using it.
I've tried changing it and it's not worked on mine.
Mine took a while, but mine did work.
Well, I'll change mine again and see if it
We weren't ready. Sorry, ladies. We came on live and we weren't ready. Nothing new there, is there?
No. It's part of the comedy.
Has it got some?
Yeah, it's got it on here.
Okay, I thought I'd
Let's check on mine now.
Okay, right. So today, firstly, is coaching and accountability next week. So we thought we'd do another live because last month it was really good and lots of you watched the live and you took on board all the things that we said. So I thought we'll do it again. We'll have a little recap on some things because the coaching and accountability is something that you can really, really get a lot of benefit from. Mm-hmm. And what's a good idea is to start thinking about it now. No matter what you think has happened this month, whether you think it's been good or terrible or you've had holidays or you've not been, start thinking now. So you put up a reminder, didn't you, on the stories about totting up how many workouts you've done.
Yeah.
So in the workout...
Well, I think it was Kirsty. I won't take
Was
credit
it?
for that.
Oh, okay, excellent. Sorry, Kirsty. Oh, God. So in the workout log journal, one of the best things you can do before next week...
Yes, definitely before. I'm sure we said this last time, didn't we, as well?
Mark up the workouts you did in May. Count up how many you did. Be okay with that, because if you set your goal at the beginning of the month, if you put your circles in, if you've coloured in your circles, totting them up, you'll be in top, what's it called?
Top
goal setter, go getter. I know what it was called. I was just testing her. So, and you might win a t-shirt just for that, just for showing up, even if you only came once. Yep. So that's the first thing. What else can they do between now and next week? We'll talk about X Factors in a minute.
Think about what you're celebrating. I've been talking about that this week. Think about what's that one thing that has gone well, whatever it is. And it might be that you did get, you might have planned for 12 workouts, you got 10, and that might be the thing.
Or 6.
It might have been or 6, it might have been a harder month. So I want you to think of at least one thing before you come, because otherwise I won't do anything until you tell me.
Yeah, reach for it, even if it is a stretch.
Yeah, because it's worth it.
Because that's the only way. You can't go from 0 to yay unless you start really reaching for the next good thing that's happened to you in the last month.
One thing I will say is I've had this month more people coming to me, telling me these things already. So I've been like reminding them, right, bank it, ready for.
This is how you change your mindset.
Yeah.
This is how you change your mindset. It has to be relentless at paying attention to the things that you want to happen.
Mm-hmm. So that's that one.
Good. Anything else they can do between now and next week?
Have your workouts planned for the month ready. for June?
At the minimum, set a number goal, 8, 10, 12, 14, whatever you think is a reasonable goal for the month, and plan
a week ahead
the
at
week.
least.
Yes.
Yeah.
At a stretch, just make sure you've got your next one done before you leave the building.
Yeah.
So defo that.
I think what else? Can you think of anything else?
Probably, I think maybe the most common conversation I have is everybody knows what they should be doing,
Okay.
but it's doing it.
Yeah.
So whilst you're going about your daily routine, really engage with what you're doing and think about what you should or shouldn't be doing. And if you want to kick a habit, you've got to replace it with something.
Yeah.
So in the next few days, think about the small action goals, the things you can actually do that you can count or tick off tick off on a habit tracker, report back to us that you've done it. Because those small changes, your whole quality of life, all of your goals lies in your little daily habits.
Yeah.
So any of those small changes, not just the eat less, stop eating chocolate, don't eat cake, and give up this, get up, I don't know, whatever it is, drink more water. It's just so vague and wishy-washy.
Yeah, you need to
think about the actual actions that you need to take.
Make them interesting. Make them that you want to do the alternative.
I think so, and challenging.
Yeah, and challenging. Yeah,
it's got to be out. You've got to get uncomfortable, just a little bit.
Because then when you do it, the feeling of doing
it
is
that's
amazing.
Where the euphoria comes.
So
that's the
honestly, I've had arguments with people this week.
Get uncomfortable
over this as well.
Yeah. Choose something that is a little bit hard, but not so out of this world that you're never going to achieve it. But get uncomfortable for sure.
Yep.
Right, let's talk about X Factors.
Yes.
Would you like to tell the ladies what an X Factor is?
Okay, X Factor. It's not the singing show, don't worry.
Kind of is, though.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Is that?
You're singing.
It's the special something, isn't it? It's
yeah.
the special something.
It's the deep down, real reason why you are doing the things you're doing. Like, literally. So, very easy. It's easy for a lot of our ladies, let's start that sentence again, to come through the door and go, I want to lose weight. Which is fine.
I want to be healthier.
Yep.
Because it's the same, isn't it?
But why? Why is that important? So you've got to dig down deep. And the best way is to literally ask yourself why at least 5 times. Because I found when I've done that to people, you have to really think about it. So if it is lose weight, it's like, right, why do I need to lose weight? What's going to benefit? Okay, maybe I'll be able to get up the stairs better. Why is that important? Because I want to have a longer life and be able to do things on my own.
And not fall.
And not fall. It's going to keep going and going. So just keep having to think about it. Because when you first come through the door, that might have been the thing. Now that you've been here 5 months, 6 months, 10 years, it might be completely different. So have a revisit.
Here's your question today. What is your X Factor? We're going to come back at the end to reinforce what that is, because I don't want to lose people if they think they've heard some of this before. Because what I want to get to is 1, what is yours? 2, what have we got written down? Because we've got these written down. 3, where do you find it? So show these ladies, where do you find your X Factor? Because we've all been using the app relentlessly in the last 28 days. The X Factor that we have for you is on that app. Okay, so you can look it up and you can see what we've got written, and I can't guarantee even what it might be because we've not revamped these in a long time, and some of you have been members even before the OSE came in and the OS before that.
I know we've been trying to catch some of you guys, which has been great, but if all of you are a bit more prepared as well, it helps us to make sure we get you all too. So have a think.
This is your challenge this month. We want to pin this X Factor right down, okay?
Okay, so I'm going to come closer. You're going to open the app. This is what you're going to face, the main page. So you literally go to your progress, and it would be at the top of the page there. You just scroll that little bit, and there they are, right there, underneath your progress. So where you find your levels, they are just there for you to see. So have a look, see what is written and see if it is relevant, or maybe it might be relevant but not quite up to the point. Just have a look, it might be completely different, and then we can obviously change it. Sit down as well, write some thoughts down, and then maybe we can figure out together what it is. If you're not too sure, that's what we're here for, we can help. But yes, they're all there for you to see and to remind you why you're doing the things you're doing.
It's there for a purpose, and it's there on that bit for a purpose, because you can tap on that and check
how well you're doing.
Progress with the activity points, and whether you're doing brilliantly or whether you haven't been for a little while, right below it is your buttons to push. That is your button. That should be your button. You should look at that no matter what you feel about that activity.
And go, right, go.
Progress. You look at that and you're like, oh yeah, okay.
That's why I'm doing this.
That's why I'm doing this. So you've got to have something written in there that really lights you on fire for taking the next action, for doing what you need to do. And if you look at that at 11 o'clock at night, then you need to decide what you're doing next. And if you're going to bed, you go to bed with that in your head. This is what's important to me, and that's why it's there.
Yeah.
So what was written on that one? Because I think, did I put something? This is the gym foam. So this is our mock-up, which I tried to make of some value. Did I actually
be fit and strong enough to enjoy lots of activities with my family? Working out with my curves crew makes me feel great and ready for anything. Keep my positive mindset.
Oh, I was on fire that day, wasn't I? Excellent, very good. Oh, well, I do a good job
I would
sometimes.
read mine out, but I seem to have a
we need
issue
to fix
with mine.
yours. I've forgotten.
Mine's broken.
Mine says, I would show you mine, but we're on my phone. Mine says, I'll tell you what mine says, live to 107, because that's always been the goal, and say yes, to be able to say yes to any opportunities without...
Oh, I could do with that one.
Yeah, just to say yes. You know, if somebody says, oh, do you want to go rock climbing? I'm like, yeah, because I know I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I need to be fit enough.
I know I revamped mine, but I can't remember what they were, so I'll have to have a look again.
We will get yours sorted out. Right, okay, so back to just about how the ladies can prepare for this.
Yep.
And how do you get that deep and find that thing that means so much to you? Because I did give mine a little bit of thought. I'm just going to get rid of this notification because it won't go. Sorry, ladies. Right, okay. So, tips. You said the why, but I think sometimes it's more than that, isn't it? Because I think if you think about the thing that you came in for and you ask your why, you get to like the going up and down stairs and all that kind of thing. Sometimes it leads you away from what really gets you on fire.
Yeah.
And you've got to get really uncomfortable with that, haven't you? Again,
as soon as you know you're feeling that way, then you're pretty much there, aren't you?
Because we can all accept, can't we, that we want to stay mobile, we want to stay fit and healthy, we want to be able to get up and down stairs easier. But really, really, why? Really, why?
I want to live to 107.
I want to live to 107. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I don't. Not in this day and age.
No.
I mean, everyone's doing it, right?
Not yet, but hopefully I will.
They are over on one half of the world.
I will.
Gosh.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is hard. It's hard to even explain.
I think you need to start, like you said, you journal these things.
Yeah, write these things down.
Start writing it and see where it takes you and see how you feel about what you get. Because sometimes when you get to you've asked yourself why a few times and you're at the point of, I want to go up and down stairs easier. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, because I want to live a long and happy life. Okay, well, why? What are you going to do with it?
That's your fire.
Because I want to live a long and happy life. You might be a bit like, well, yeah, whatever. Because it's not immediate, is it? It's not right now. You're talking about things that are in the distance. Yeah. And this is why sometimes long-term goals can be really hard, because you've got all the time in the world. It's how it, it's
how it feels.
Oh, that's okay, because I'll do my workout tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when you get really specific about the thing that makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Sorry if I deafened everybody then.
Literally, like you say, lead into, I want to be able to live to 107, have a fulfilled life, so then I can say yes to the activities.
And that's what's important to me. That age is very, very specific to me. I've chosen it specifically. I've talked about it repeatedly. So to me, when I see that X factor, it reminds me of all of the conversations that I've ever had about longevity, stories of people and the things that they do at certain ages, the dread of phrases like, oh, I can't come to the gym, I've had a fall, and that losing that kind of mobility,
I can't do
and
things
agility.
like that at my age.
So that phrase to me brings all of those things, and it whoops my backside. I want to live to 107. It's not, on the surface, it's quite trivial, but I've worked to get
kind of got
to
like
that sentence.
It's your main thing, and you've kind of spread out from it, haven't you?
Yeah,
You've got
absolutely.
your little spider diagram.
Except you go the other way.
Yeah.
Don't you?
So it brings it all
I've
in.
worked hard to get to that sentence that means all of those things to me through a lot of reflection and journaling and mistakes. I've had things and I thought, really? It's not really doing anything for me.
Yeah, I think just don't think you need to, at certain ages you have to be a certain way because it's the norm. It's not the norm. There's no norm about it. So live against the norm. That should be the goal.
Maybe that's your X factor.
That's my X factor.
Yeah.
Not be the norm.
Yeah, because it's the things that make you feel stuff in your gut, isn't it? That's really important.
I mean, I've been speaking even just this week to a lot of ladies, just being able to get up and down off the floor without using my hands. That is something I'm going to continue to keep doing because I don't want to lose being able to do that. Because I know my balance isn't always great anyway, but overall my balance will be okay if I can do that. Strength is going to be there and all that stuff. So it's those small things that you can probably do now that you want to be able to keep doing and such. So yeah, bring it all in.
So give it some thought, because
power statement.
Check your X factors on your app. If you don't know how, you can't make it work, give us a shout. If you've got something random in there, I apologise, and this is the opportunity to fix it.
Yes.
If you've got something old that doesn't light your fire or no longer applies, because you can change your X factors.
You can change them monthly if it needs
Whatever you
to,
like.
because sometimes you need to be able to figure out, okay, what is it actually?
Okay, so on that note, just in the last few minutes, the difference between an X factor and a goal, do you want to do that? Do you want me to do it?
I don't know if I'll be able to. No, I don't know if I'll be able to deliver it. It's clear.
Okay, so the X factor is what is your why.
Yes.
It's what lights your fire.
Yes.
And your goal is what you are going to do
to get you there.
Yeah. No, the X factor makes you do the thing.
Oh yes, that's the other way around.
Yeah. I hope that's clear. The goal is what you want to do. The X factor is why you want to do it.
Yes.
And the X factor is what motivates you to do the stuff you don't necessarily want to do to get the outcome.
Get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
There it is. Right. Any questions? You can put them in the comments. We'll be doing another live in maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think we did last time, didn't we?
Yeah, a couple of weeks was quite good. And let us know anything that you want to know, and think about your X factors. And if you need any help with that, give us a shout. Make a start. Just get something written down. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's only taken me 13 years to write mine. And
mine keep changing as well, so
it will change.
Yeah. And get your workouts planned. Get your totals done. That was that for that, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Nice to speak to you all, and we will see you in the gym. Ta-ra!
Bye!